Hello YouTube people, in today's video I'm going to show you how this Militado ML14 version 2 looks like on these custom straps. Militado has sent me this watch for the video and I get to keep it. Thank you Militado. Specifications and measurements, and as always I did all the measurements myself. This watch like this naked weighs just 35 grams. Diameter of the case is 36 millimeters, lug-to-lug distance 45, thickness together with this sapphire crystal is 9.7 millimeters, and if I measure trying to exclude sapphire crystal right there, I get 7.2 millimeters. Lug width is 20. It has sweeping quartz movement. This particular version has VH31 movement, and the water resistance rating is 100 meters together with a screw down crown and screw down case back. Lume on this watch is pretty good. It's all blue, all the same intensity and color, looks very nice and it's fairly decent. It's fairly decent even next to its big brother from the same brand, Militado, this chronograph watch. This chronograph has very good lume, so this little watch even next to this big watch doesn't look too bad. It doesn't last as long, it's not as strong, but it's definitely not far behind. It's not far behind, so it's very nice to see good lume performance from this little watch. Now I wanna give you a good shot of sapphire crystal on this watch, because in my opinion the sapphire crystal on this watch is very special. I don't even remember if I ever had a watch with this particular shape of sapphire crystal, where sides are this tall and middle portion is this flat. The shape of the sapphire crystal looks absolutely perfect on this watch. It looks just flawless. It continues the design of this case so nicely. It looks so good with this very apparent side profile, you know. It looks like a vintage watch. That's how it looks like. It looks like acrylic crystal. That's exactly the reason why I like it so much, because it looks just like an acrylic crystal. This sapphire, and that's quite an achievement in my opinion. It looks wonderful. And speaking about anti-reflectiveness, it has clear anti-reflective coating. And especially keeping in mind that this watch has black dial, I would say it does fairly decent job even outside in a daylight. It's actually has very good clarity, the sapphire crystal. But I especially love how it looks like from the side profile view at an angle like this. You see this edge of sapphire crystal just distorting the light. It looks just so good. Sapphire crystal on this watch is definitely my favorite feature of this watch, and the second favorite is the shape and proportions of the case, because somehow this little watch, being so small and little and slim, still somehow manages to look very muscular, very manly. It has very well defined lines, like this sandwich profile from the side view. It has very well defined lines of the bottom edge of the case and the middle portion of the case, and this very angular bezel, and this sapphire crystal on top is just like cherry on top of the cake. It really combines everything together very nicely. It looks so wonderful, so beautiful, multiple layers and in perfect proportions in my opinion. This thing looks just perfect, absolutely perfect. So anyway, how is the finishing on the case? It's simple, it's brushed, nothing too special, you know. It's just very nicely proportioned little thing. And you know what's special, I would say, because if I measure this watch together with a sapphire crystal, I get 9.7 millimeters, which is, well, it's rather slim. But if I measure just the side profile, you know, with the bezel right there, I get 7.2 millimeters, which is rather slim. And the thing is, when I put the watch on the wrist, you don't even see this case back, you know, you only see middle portion and the bezel. So visually this watch on the wrist actually appears to be even slimmer than 7.2 millimeters. So that's the special thing. It's very slim and very slim looking watch. And this sapphire crystal, man, this thing just like cherry on top of the cake on this design. It looks just so wonderful. Yeah, the design of this watch is just my god, this is eye candy. This is eye candy. Anyway, speaking about the finishing quality, I found only two things to complain about. Is the bottom edges of the case. These are pretty sharp, and inside lugs also just like raw cut metal, no finishing whatsoever. But anyway, it looks beautiful. So speaking about quality control and problems, honestly those are the only problems that I found, is that at bottom of the edge case are a little bit sharp and inside lugs are a little bit sharp, but other than that I haven't found a single problem. So let me show you a quick quality check on the dial while showing you how the dial looks like on this watch. It's a matte finish black dial, it's a simple military style, looks very good. So let's set on exactly 6. And as you can see, alignment is perfect on this watch. Crown, screw down crown, it's a little crown but it's very grippy, it feels good, and you know it's a quartz watch without the date, so how many times you're gonna use it, right? Anyway, the dial on this watch, it's beautiful, I really like it. And speaking about quality control, I already did a photo shoot on this watch using macro lens and whatnot, and I haven't found any dust particles or any imperfections. Let me show you how this watch looks like on custom straps, starting with the original strap from Militado, which I took off of this chronograph watch, but you can buy this strap separately. I'll put link in the description. It's actually a very nice strap, very good quality, and I will say very reasonably priced at 8 euros right now on AliExpress. So I'll put link in the description, and it's definitely a very militaristic styled strap, so it does fit stylistically on this watch just perfectly, and I think it looks awesome. And in general, what I see right now I really like. I think this thing is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I really like this kind of a straightforward, to the point design without any nonsense. It's just simple three-hander with numbers on the dial, proper Arabic numerals. Proper good watch, man. This is a proper good watch and looks really good, really good. This is a very cool leather strap with all kinds of imperfections that collects over time. I think it looks really good on this watch, like aged style strap on this vintage style watch. A very nice combination, I think. And you know, in general, this watch, well, vintage style watch, so basically you can put any kind of a vintage style strap on this watch and I think it's gonna look great. This is a grey nylon strap with this particular pattern, which in my opinion looks very good with military styled watches like this one. It looks really good, you know, just monotone watch without any colors on a grey nylon strap. It's a wonderful combination, I think. Looks very cool in my opinion. And this watch being this slim, it works really good on nylon straps. It's a very lightweight watch, very small watch. It basically disappears on the wrist, you know, you don't even feel this watch. This is shiny green nylon strap and I like the strap very much because it feels and looks wonderful. It feels wonderful because it feels like silk smooth. It has no roughness whatsoever. You know, most nylon straps have some level of roughness, not this one. This feels like a very soft fabric. It feels wonderful on the wrist. And it looks really, really good. I love the shininess of it. Not many nylon straps are shiny, but this one is, and I think it looks great. It looks wonderful. And this is brown PU leather strap. And by the way, look at the dial of the watch, how it looks like in this orange light right now. Man, this thing looks so good. The sapphire crystal on this watch. Yeah, and anyway, about the strap, I think it's a very good combination. You know, vintage style strap on a vintage style watch. Of course, it looks great. And by the way, this is very cheap strap, which is very comfortable. And on watches like this one, I think it looks great. Let's finish this video with the original nylon strap on this watch, which to be honest with you is a little bit rough. This is the rough one, but it's definitely not the cheapest one, so I bet it's gonna last just fine. Let me show you. The keepers are nicely stitched in place. The buckle is simple, but it doesn't have sharp edges. It's a nice thing to touch. and I think this strap matches this watch very well. It looks great. As you saw, this watch looks great on many different straps. This watch is actually quite a lot of fun. And overall, my final thoughts about this watch, well, they are actually very positive. I really like this watch. I especially love this sapphire crystal on this watch. Quite a pleasant surprise, you know. It looks almost as good as acrylic crystal. This thing, it's wonderful. It looks so good with this thin bezel, with this sapphire popping out. It has certain character, this watch, that I like very much, very much. And you know, generally speaking, I love to see that Militado is actually improving in quality. I remember I had this Militado ML05, which I liked very much, wonderful watch, but sapphire crystal wasn't the best. It probably didn't have any anti-reflective coating at all. The Lume was not good either. This one is quite a step up in quality. It has very decent anti-reflective coating, and Lume performance is way better than on 05. So it makes me really happy to see that this brand is improving and moving forward. That's nice. I would still wish to see some more improvements, finish off sharp edges on the case, and this watch would be just wonderful. So yeah, I really like this watch. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.